Once upon a time, there was a young man named Golu. Golu was a hard-working man who had always dreamed of owning a vehicle. After years of saving and working overtime, he finally managed to buy a brand new car. It was his pride and joy, a symbol of his success and determination. Golu's daughter, Lily, was a curious and energetic 6-year-old. She loved exploring and playing with anything she could get her hands on. One day, while Golu was busy washing his car, Lily ran over to him with a toy car in hand. In her excitement, she accidentally scratched the side of Golu's new vehicle. Golu's face turned red with anger as he scolded Lily for her carelessness. He shouted at her and grabbed her hand, squeezing her fingers tightly in his rage. Lily cried out in pain, tears streaming down her face. Golu, blinded by his anger, didn't even notice the damage he had caused to his own daughter. Feeling satisfied that he had taught her a lesson, Golu continued to clean his car, ignoring Lily's cries. But as the day went on, he couldn't shake off the image of his daughter's tear-stained face and the sound of her pain. That night, as he watched Lily sleeping peacefully in her bed, Golu's heart was filled with regret and guilt. He couldn't believe he had hurt his own flesh and blood over something as trivial as a scratch on a car. He vowed to make it up to Lily and to never let his anger get the best of him again. However, the next morning, Golu received a call from the hospital. Lily had been rushed there after complaining of excruciating pain in her hand. It turned out that the force of Golu's grip had caused serious damage to her fingers, and they needed to be amputated. Golu was devastated. He couldn't believe what he had done to his daughter. As he sat by her hospital bed, holding her hand and watching her in pain, Lily looked up at him with her big, innocent eyes and asked, "Daddy, when will my fingers grow back?" Those words pierced Golu's heart like a knife. He realized that no matter how much he regretted his actions, he couldn't turn back time and fix the damage he had caused. He could only hope to learn from his mistakes and be a better father to Lily. As Lily recovered in the hospital, Golu spent every moment by her side, taking care of her and making sure she knew how sorry he was. And with each passing day, Lily's forgiveness and love healed Golu's heart, and he promised himself to never let his anger consume him again. When Lily was finally discharged from the hospital, Golu took her out for a special day. They went to the park, played games, and had a picnic. As they sat on the grass, Lily looked up at her father and said, "Daddy, I forgive you. But remember, words and actions can hurt more than a scratch on a car. Always be kind and gentle, no matter how angry you are." Those words hit Golu like a ton of bricks. He realized that his daughter, at such a young age, had taught him a valuable lesson about the power of words and actions. From that day on, Golu made a conscious effort to control his anger and to never let it harm the people he loved. Their bond grew stronger, and Golu's love for Lily only grew deeper. He knew that he would always regret his moment of anger, but he also knew that it had brought them closer and taught him an important lesson about being a better father and a better person. As they drove home in Golu's now slightly scratched car, he smiled at Lily and whispered, "Thank you, my dear. You may have lost your fingers, but you have taught me the most important lesson of all." The story reminds us that anger may give us a temporary sense of power, but it only leads to destruction. Let us learn from our mistakes and choose to control our anger, rather than letting it control us and later end in regrets and tears. Don't miss my next video. Your subscription to our videos has been a great motivation. Be part of the family. Subscribe.